This is Hovey Smith, the Backyard Sportsman, and today we're going to talk about and shoot the SKS, particularly for hunting purposes. Now, these rifles were once imported brand new from China at very inexpensive prices. So inexpensive that, well, any gun enthusiast could hardly keep from buying one. And your grandpa probably did. And you may have it. All right. This gun, for hunting purposes, needs to have some modifications made for use in most states and to keep you out of trouble. For one, the bayonet needs to be removed. And don't even think about owning an extension magazine. In the worst cases that I am aware of, you may possess the SKS, but it has to have a 5-round block in the magazine. And these state regulations are changing almost daily. So for sure, don't take this in the field. Don't even think about this one. And you may have to even single load it. Well, all right. Now, what do we have here? This works almost like all the world's other semi-automatics in a sense. It has a sliding bolt that goes back and forth. It has a prominent safety here by the trigger. With the safety on, you may not, of course. You can drop the magazine. It has a very prominent magazine release right here, so you can quickly unload it. Not that you would necessarily need to, but you can do rapid reloading with stripper clips, such as this one. And decades ago, when I bought this gun, I also bought ammunition to go with it. This happens to be Lapia from Finland, and it's 30 rounds per box. And to give you an idea how long ago that was, this was $9.99 for 30 rounds of centerfire ammunition. Perfect! In brass cases. You cannot even think about that price for centerfire ammunition anymore. And the gun came with all kinds of accessories, including this magazine belt, and it does have the original Chinese markings on it. This was the type of thing that was used in the Korean War and in Vietnam. Some were brought home from Vietnam. These were made by almost every communist bloc country there was that had arms manufacturing capabilities. So there were Romanian ones and so on and so on and so on. So, yeah, as well as Russian ones. Russia started production of this in 1945, at the very end of World War II. So they had limited use in World War II, but during the Cold War, yeah, they were very, very widely used. We're going to take this thing out and shoot it. Now, what is it good for? Well, it does go bang. Yeah, very reliable gun. And with iron sights, I consider it a 100-yard gun. And we're going to shoot it to 100 yards. Will it shoot further? Sure, it will. But these are relatively low-powered cartridges. A little less than the 30-30. So you don't want to go blazing around at huge deer or elk or what like that at 300 yards. On our small Georgia deer, 100 yards, hog, 100 yards. Yeah, these I'm sure will kill them every day. So, we're going to go out there and see how it shoots. These sights are graduated in numbers but I have no idea what these numbers represent. The lowest elevation there, 3, and the line up is obviously the battle site. Now that might be 100 yards. It might or might not be. No idea. Plus, you'll notice this is soft point ammunition. Legal to use on game, but this is not what the Chinese used. Also, now it has lost its bayonet, and I also do not hunt with a rattly ramrod underneath the barrel. Both of these change the weight of the barrel and change the strike of the bullet. Going to single load. And we shall see. 25 yards. Well, it fired, and the trigger is long and creepy. The bullet is exactly in line and 1 inch low. And that one is right beside it. Oh yes. 1 inch low at 25 yards. That ain't half bad, guys. Woof. I see no reason to shoot another at 25 yards. We'll shoot again at 50 yards. And this time I'm loading 3. Okay. In fire position, the safety goes to the rear. Okay. All right, 3 shots away and the bolt stood open. Gun functioned just like it ought to. All right, and here we are. 1, 2, 3. This one is a little bit down, but that is still very much in the kill zone of a deer. This time we're shooting at 100 yards, and we'll see if we can load from the stripper clip. So far as I can see, the stripper clip works either way. Yeah, it loads. And what I'm shooting against is an old air conditioner box. So if you hear ting when it hits down range, that's what it's about. All right. All right, 5 shots away. Now about the shooting characteristics. I'm not feeling anything against the shoulder, but I am here on this wrist. That's bothering my thumb. It's as if my thumb was taking up all the recoil. I've never felt that in a gun. And I guess that's because his wrist is so sharp right there. Instead of being rounded, it's wedging up against the web of my thumb here. I cannot tell you what shot was which, but there was obviously about 1, 2, 3 inches of lateral drift. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, and I don't know where number 5 went. If you're going to shoot at 100 yards, it looks like you need to aim a little bit to the left, right over in here somewhere. Bring this group, ching, 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 ching. Okay, well, that's what I need to know. Well, how did the SKS do? Well, with that old soft point ammunition that I had of now unknown parentage and unknown bullet weight, it shot very well. At 25 yards, we almost had a snake eyes right here. Then at 50 yards, bang, 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 still within the kill area of a deer. And when we moved out to 100 yards, we had 2 shots hit here, one here, and I don't know where the 5th shot went, but they were displaced approximately 3 inches from the center of the target. So if we aimed 3 inches over here, then this line would have been there to there, which would have worked very well. The finished cartridges that I bought with $9.99 for 30 of them. Well, these are the standard Russian round, which is 123 grain bullets. Now, I don't know what the weight of those soft points was I was shooting. It's just too many years ago, and I did not pull one to weigh it. But we do have the ballistics from this. And what we found out, that at 25 meters, which is 27 yards, it went 2,257 feet per second. And then out to 328 yards, or 300 meters, it had dropped down to 984 feet per second. This round here, which is the 123 grain standard loading of the cartridge, I would assume, generates 554 foot-pounds of energy at 328 yards. That is the cutoff point for deer killing. And, well, yeah, it may or may not. And the bullet drop at that same range is 32 inches. Woof! Well, that's a lot of bullet drop. At 219 yards, the bullet drop is 9 inches. At 164 yards, the bullet drop is 3 inches. And this assumes is zeroed at 109 yards. Okay. So where does that put us? Well, again, at 100 yards, we've got 2,020 feet per second. And we've also got 1,123 foot-pounds of muzzle energy. So at 100 yards, which is my self-diagnosed range limit, yeah, we're in good deer killing country. Now, I did a bad thing. I shot up all my soft points. Had to order some more. Well, I did. And instead of paying $9.99 for 30, I'm paying $50 for 20 soft points. Delivered to this house from Midway. But they'll get here in a few days, and I'll have them before rifle season opens. And then we'll shoot a couple of those and confirm the zero, and hopefully be in good shape. So that's where we are right now. I will be cleaning the rifle later today, but this video is already going long, so I will not take you through that here. Plus, I'll do that in my shop because it takes some real pressure to disassemble this gun, and I don't want to put it on my kitchen table. So, but now, this is Hovey Smith, reminding you to hunt what you eat and eat what you hunt. Be legal, be ethical, be safe, goodbye, God bless, and see you next time.